want to tell her that Daddy's gone.
This is Valerie McDaniel. Police just entered her apartment in the middle of the night as her young daughter sleeps peacefully in her bedroom.
What's going on?
He wants to talk to you.
Police tell Valerie and her new boyfriend Leon that Valerie's ex-husband was found murdered in his car with a shotgun wound to his head.
Holy, might have been a robbery gone wrong. Are you okay, baby?
At first glance, Leon appears supportive of his new girlfriend, comforting her as she hears about the tragic news.
Holy, you're right, sweetie. Okay.
Oh my God. I lost my father when I was young. This thing I've ever heard now.
But what Valerie doesn't know is her boyfriend hides a disturbing secret. Just 2 hours earlier, Leon received horrifying pictures of his ex-girlfriend on his phone. Pictures of his ex-girlfriend, tied to a chair, crying. Leon thinks the police don't know anything, but the truth is, the cops are one step ahead of him and have been plotting the perfect trap.
See if anybody knows anything.
Only me.
Folks.
No, we've been here all night.
Right now we're going to reach your advice.
Me?
Maybe you like to remain silent.
It's early 2017. Valerie McDaniel lives in a 2-bedroom condo in River Oaks, an exclusive neighborhood often called the Beverly Hills of Houston, Texas. From her balcony, she enjoys sweeping views of the city, a luxury afforded to her by her successful veterinary practice.
She just poured her heart and soul into veterinary medicine. Just a really giving, caring individual. I looked up to her as a mentor and an inspiration. I would hope to be like her someday.
Although Valerie has a thriving career, her love life tells a different story. She recently went through a divorce after discovering her ex-husband was having an affair. Valerie now shares custody of their 6-year-old daughter.
She was just unhappy. There was a void that wasn't being filled.
As a single mom, she'd spent years focused on her daughter, her career, and simply keeping everything together. Then, she meets someone, Dr. Leon Jacob. Leon came from a world of privilege. His childhood was one of luxury, elite private schools, ski trips in the winter, and summers by the water in Maine. After college, Leon pursued medicine, attending medical school in the Caribbean.
I'm a very driven, type A, alpha personality male, but I have a heart of gold.
She was very much in love with him. She said it multiple times. I'm completely in love with him.
For Valerie, this relationship feels like a second chance at love, a fresh start. The pair seem perfect for each other, having both recently ended relationships. Valerie with her ex-husband, Meg, and Leon with his ex-girlfriend, Megan. Leon showers his new partner with love and attention, and Valerie soon falls for him. The couple wastes no time moving in together. Everything seems to be going well until, on March 10th, 2017, at 2:47 a.m., things take a dramatic turn. Police arrive at their apartment and their seemingly perfect world begins unraveling.
Sergeant, clearly to begin.
What's going on?
Police deliver devastating news. Valerie's ex-husband has been found dead.
Might have been a robbery gone wrong. Just trying to see if anybody knows anything.
Only me.
Folks.
Okay, baby. We've been here all night.
When questioned, Leon claims to know nothing about the situation. He appears shocked and saddened by the news, but his reaction is entirely fake. Leon isn't telling the truth. He knows something the cops don't. In this moment, Leon is actually fixated on someone he can't let go of, someone he wants out of the picture, someone who he believes will soon be declared missing by her friends and family, his ex-girlfriend, Megan Vericus. Before Valerie ever met Leon, 1,000 miles away in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Megan Vericus was living a normal life and had no idea she would soon cross paths with Leon, turning her whole world upside down. Before Leon walks into her life, Megan thrives in her role as the assistant general manager of a bustling hotel in downtown Pittsburgh. She's intelligent, hardworking, and grounded, a woman building a solid career with passion while maintaining strong ties to her community.
She's a very likable person. She's someone that you'd want to be friends with.
Megan effortlessly draws people in. Her close-knit family, who lives nearby in Pittsburgh, is a central part of her life. They share an unbreakable bond built on love, trust, and unwavering support. However, one day, a new guest makes an appearance and introduces himself as Leon Jacob. Leon is a transplant surgeon at the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center and is a long-term guest at the hotel where Megan works. He has an air of confidence about him, charming, direct, and self-assured. When he approaches Megan, his smile is disarming, and the conversation is magnetic. Megan can't help but feel drawn to him. After a few minutes of talking, Leon asks her out. On their first date, Leon is unlike anyone she's ever met. He gives her his full attention, showering her with compliments and treating her with care and kindness. To Megan, it feels like she's met someone truly extraordinary.
He was so focused on me anytime we went out. He definitely went out of his way to do things that were extravagant. A lot of times men don't put that much detail into things, and he did.
After spending months getting to know each other, Megan and Leon's connection grows stronger. Their relationship blossoms into something Megan has never experienced before, comfortable, exciting, and full of promise. Together, they enjoy their lives in Pittsburgh, excited about what the future might bring. But then, one day, Leon shares some unexpected news. He's been offered an incredible opportunity in his home state of Texas.
Leon said that he almost had a guaranteed job in Houston at Methodist Hospital, and he really wanted me to go to Houston with him. That was exciting.
Megan has everything in Pittsburgh, a career she's worked hard to build, her family, her friends, and the deep roots she's planted over the years. But with Leon offered an unmissable opportunity to complete his medical residency in Houston, everything changes. Leaving behind her entire life, she packs up and moves to Texas for him. It's not an easy decision, but Megan doesn't want to give up their potential future together or risk that Leon gives up on his dream of becoming a doctor. For Megan, it's a leap of faith, a choice to follow her heart, even if it means walking away from everything she's ever known.
I loved being with Leon. We had a nice life here. I got a job about 10 days after moving here. I'm starting to make new friends here. His mother had this pool, and on the weekends we spent time there, and his brother came over, and even though I left my family in Pittsburgh, I had this new family.
At first, everything is perfect. They easily settle into their new life. Megan adjusts well to Houston and her growing family after having an adopted puppy together. But soon after they settle in, things begin to change. Leon had claimed to have a secure job lined up, residency at a local hospital. However, as months go by, Megan notices that she's the only one working to pay the bills, while Leon spends most of his days at home, drinking and unemployed. Day after day, Megan goes to work, carrying the financial burden of their shared household, while Leon explains to her that he's still looking for a job.
Leon wasn't doing the job that he said he was here to do and that he trained for years to do.
Despite his repeated claims that he is actively pursuing a role at the hospital, nothing changes. Over time, it becomes clear that Leon's promises are not matching his actions. It's now January 12th, 2017. Around 6 p.m., Megan has just gotten off work after a grueling 10-hour shift. Tired, she arrives at the apartment she shares with Leon, but to her surprise, the place is a mess. Clothes and dishes scattered everywhere, nothing in order.
I said, well, you were here all day, and this just doesn't seem very fair to me.
That's when everything changes. The man she thought she knew, the one who had once been so charming, vanishes in an instant. Leon's expression hardens, and he begins yelling, calling her names she never expected to hear from him. Megan barely has time to react before he storms into the bedroom, pulling her clothes from the closet. He drags her belongings to the balcony and throws them outside. She stands frozen, trying to process what is happening as his rage continues to escalate. He then grabs a cup of tobacco spit and hurls it across the room at her, the contents splattering everywhere as he continues his tirade, berating her relentlessly. It's like he is someone else entirely, a side of him she has never seen before.
It was not who I thought he was.
Megan is beyond shocked. It's like staring at a stranger. In that moment, it becomes clear that she needs to leave him. She grabs her own bag and begins packing what's left. She has no plan, no destination, but she just knows she can't stay. Megan moves toward the door holding her bag and their dog, but Leon refuses to let her go, blocking her path. His hands come down on her, trying to prevent her from leaving. She struggles and screams, doing anything she can to be heard.
I was trying to scream and trying to make as much noise as possible so that the people downstairs would call the police.
Then, he strikes her across the face. Megan is stunned. This is survival, and she needs to escape. With everything she has, Megan fights back. She lands an elbow in Leon's side, forcing enough space to break free. Out the door, down the hall, she bolts to the car, clutching their dog in her arms. But Leon isn't far behind. He chases her down the driveway, shouting threats.
He's pulling on the car door, and he was like, if you don't give me the dog, I'm gonna punch you in the window.
Leon manages to grab the dog, wrenching it from her arms. Megan tries desperately to grab the dog back, but it's too late. She needs to think fast before it escalates further. All she can do is escape. She speeds away, finally free, or so she thinks. Unsure where to go, Megan drives to a coworker, who is also a new friend, and arrives at her door in a panic.
Her face was blotchy, marks and things like that around. She started crying. I closed the door, broke out tissues. She looked afraid and in disbelief that something like this happened to her.
As they talk, Megan's phone buzzes with a never-ending stream of messages, all from Leon. His obsessive need to reach her is unrelenting.
It was just non-stop emails, phone calls.
In the days that follow, Megan tries her best to steer clear of Leon, but his overwhelming calls and texts don't stop. Soon, emails start flooding in from an account ominously named Leon Loves Megan. The escalation quickly results in him stalking her. As he starts showing up at her workplace, even spotting him following her around town. Even more distressingly, Megan discovers that Leon has drained most of the money from their shared bank account. And when she returns to the apartment to collect her belongings, every piece of furniture, every trace of her life there, is completely gone. Desperate and shaken, Megan turns to the police. She files for an emergency protective order and for assault charges, hoping this will protect her against Leon's growing obsession.
I did file criminal charges for assault on a family member. I did provide the police with photos I'd taken. I thought I saved myself from the situation by contacting the police, but it didn't stop him.
I think the longer that things went on, the more frantic and the scarier he got. Megan had every right to be scared for her life.
I felt like I couldn't get away from Leon, and stop wasn't something that he could comprehend.
Leon's stalking becomes so intense that Megan's work even takes action. The hotel officially bans Leon from the property, but this doesn't stop him, as he even attempts to hide in the bushes outside her office.
We walk outside and see him standing there behind a bush like you're invisible. I just remember the first words coming out of my mouth were, "Do you know we can see you?"
Megan's coworker even calls the police to try and get him arrested.
The person is stalking my boss. So when we came out of work just now, he tried to duck down and then got in his car and tried to leave.
In mid-February 2017, Leon is arrested and officially charged with stalking, a felony offense.
I kind of had a sense of relief for the first time that I could just live normally, at least for a day or so.
But this victory will be unexpectedly short-lived. Unfortunately, Leon won't stay in prison for long awaiting trial, walking free on a $75,000 bond. But what Megan doesn't know is that Leon didn't pay his own bond. Someone named Valerie McDaniel did. It turns out that the whole time Leon has been harassing his ex Megan, he has, at the same time, started dating Valerie McDaniel. When he had met Valerie, the truth was that Leon's life had been unraveling. He was unemployed and reeling from his recent breakup with Megan. His family wouldn't support him, and without a job or steady income, he couldn't afford rent on his own. Valerie, recently divorced and in a nasty custody battle with her ex-husband, understood Leon's vendetta against his ex and covered her new boyfriend's hefty bond to get out of jail. But despite his newfound connection with Valerie and his arrest, Leon remains fixated on Megan. Leon has built his identity around being an ambitious, charming, and kind-hearted doctor, but the truth is far less glamorous. Though he pretends otherwise to Valerie, Megan, and everyone else, Leon has many skeletons in his closet. He has carefully hid his long history of domestic abuse, stalking, and violent charges against past partners, as well as other criminal offenses, all of which he weaseled out of using expensive lawyers and technicalities. He wasn't even a real surgeon. He had been kicked out of multiple residency programs for unprofessional, incompetent, and disrespectful conduct. And, after a failed lawsuit, was never officially licensed. A guilty verdict in Megan's case would guarantee he'd never work as a doctor in Texas or anywhere else. Leon's dream of practicing medicine is slipping through his fingers, and he will do anything to escape justice yet again. For Leon, Megan isn't just an ex-girlfriend or the one who got away. She is the one person standing between him and the life he thinks he deserves. In Leon's mind, if Megan were gone, the stalking and assault charges against him, the only thing stopping him from becoming a doctor, would disappear with her.
The longer these charges lingered, the more concerned that Leon was about his reputation.
It's now February 23rd, 2017. Leon's harassing texts and emails to Megan haven't stopped. Worse, she knows he's out on bail, but she doesn't know what he's capable of or what he's planning in secret.